So just for the recording, we have started deliberations at 3:52 on Thursday, the 16th of November, and we're just working in to the original officers' report, our further recommendations over and above what the council officers have recommended, and where we agree with the recommendations, we're recording that as we go along, theme by theme. So just to clarify that under this theme, which we're dealing with, which is the overarching, or what's the name of the theme at the top?
Opportunities.
Yes, but I think that the name of the overall theme we're working in the officer report is for... Oh, okay, 4.1.1. So I wonder why the heading has hierarchy in it.
Because that is the issue raised by the submitters.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's the issue raised by submissions. Yes. So agree with the recommend. So just to clarify, agree. The panel just the panel agrees at the start. The panel agrees with the officer recommendations A to B above. In addition, the panel recommends that changes are made to the draft spatial plan to include a clear statement to the introduction section, and let's put the page numbers in there, so that'll be, we're working off 13. Yep. Right.
I'm just wondering that their recommendation, the staff's recommendation, just says it's overarching directions. Doesn't mention the opportunities section. So I'm just wondering if it is just the directions that they're referring to.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though the opportunities are up there and the directions relate to the opportunities, they haven't mentioned. They're basically saying the opportunities are almost a given, but the directions are flexible.
Okay. Let's just have a look at that introduction. So there are 6 opportunities and directions associated with those opportunities, aren't there?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be more accurate to say it's overarching opportunities and directions in the text?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does, because the confusion in people's minds were this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indicated by the opportunity as opposed to the text below.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that would be. And that would apply for A and C.
Yes.
Yeah.
So except in relation to A and C.
Mhm.
C though is,
We're at a different part of the,
yeah,
we're at that table, aren't we?
Yeah.
it's whether, yeah, so I don't think you need it potentially here, because what we're saying is we're specifically talking about directions and overarching directions here.
Okay, so it's just A.
A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And just panel, we are going to have to craft some words. Are you happy for us, for Liz and I, to do that drafting rather than trying to do that
Today. Yep.
today as we go?
Sorry, can I just go back to the thing you just said? I think that that paragraph is actually just talking about the directions. I think it's intentionally only talking about the directions, because if you read the text, it relates to those two here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think in the context, it is only talking about those overarching directions.
Yeah.
So I think if you add opportunities.
Oh,
there,
wait on. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So the overarching directions are focused growth through targeted growth. There's only two. Look at the table. Okay.
So
So
I
that
think that adding opportunities to that introduction sentence wouldn't actually work, because it's not talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. Yep. This is all iterative, so it's all good.
Yep.
Yep.
In terms of the second point here, Liz, you and I will work on some wording where that actually goes in terms of the track change version.
Yeah. Do you want me to just, because this is a working document,
yes.
Do you want me to just make a note here?
Yes, note. Just square brackets note or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So inaccuracies and typographical errors. We won't have looked at those, and I don't think we should be doing that. So I think we could follow these all through now, but we're going to be spending all afternoon doing those. Is the panel happy for us to check those off when we do our detailed check of the, because these are just typos that have been picked up, accepted by the officers, and clarifications?
Yeah.
If we write in the panel direction, panel recommendation, the panel is satisfied that the officers have responded to identified topographical and other inconsistencies. And agree with the officer changes for the reasons they have outlined. And then there's probably another note, Stephen and Liz, to double check the specifics in the track change version. Okay.
Yep.
Next one. So we're now with opportunity one. I wouldn't mind just looking at this one in context of the plan. So this is page 53 of the draft. It's going to be something less than that in here. So I'm looking at page 42. Right.
That's on the screen.
It's on the screen here, yes.
Yeah.
This is picking up that there's other areas of historic heritage.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think we're all happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Second change is
Or have we done the act? We just done the act.
so I was trying to find things that have gone for a long time.
I just have a issue with the. Sorry, this is probably being pedantic. The spatial plan recognises the importance of protecting these sites and areas and integrating them. I have with 2 ands.
Where are you reading? Which part are you at?
This is the
42.
The last line.
Yeah.
so it's the new black tracked in changes. So there's 2 ands in there that's not very tidy.
Yeah.
So would you put a comma after the areas? So the sites and areas comes out of the Act, I think.
Area also has sites and
areas
that are.
Yeah, if you change the second and for therefore.
Recognise the importance of protecting.
Maybe.
No, I think it's 2 separate things. Recognises the importance of protecting them and also integrating them.
Yeah.
So it's protecting and integrating.
So I think just a comma doesn't it?
Yeah, comma
areas, comma, and integrating them into the urban environment.
Yeah.
We could do that, or we could say protecting and integrating them, these sites and areas into the urban environment. That's the other way of doing it. But as a simple comma.
Oh, I see. It's the other way.
Protecting them and integrating them. Yeah.
Also protecting and integrating these sites and areas into. I think that's pretty better English, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
And so we'd want to be able to show that change marked up. And you also need to cover, yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. This
wow, what a team.
Sorry, that's one thing I wanted to answer.
Yeah, no, it's important. Yes.
There's also something in this next direction box, isn't there?
Next direction box?
The box on the next page, yeah.
So what
appendix? Sorry. A page on this one.
Yes.
What page on appendix B is that?
42.
42. Sorry.
The bottom, there's a box says direction.
Okay.
That gone too far.
So the second recommendation in relation to that is the addition of this protect, recognise and restore historic heritage. That's recommendation B.
Could you confirm the 3 page numbers that we're looking at?
Yeah.
You know, I just called B. B refers to appendix B, and then D. You know,
we're on page
draft
30, 31.
So
yeah.
the second, so recommendation B in the officer's report.
Page
39. We're top of 39. Sorry.
That's right. Page 39.
So recommendation at the top of page 39 B.
Yeah.
Relating to this issue is to add a new direction on page 30 of the original document, which is page 21 of the
21 of appendix B, yeah. Like this. That's
Oh, yeah.
It's just gone sideways.
For that, Grant? When you talk about Appendix B, that's appendix to today's report.
Yeah.
Well, why was I reading it on page 42?
Might be another one coming, but for now, this is the
42 was a longer version of each opportunity.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's on there.
Can we call up?
Sorry, did we get to the bits at the bottom of the one we were just looking at?
I think that's probably from another theme.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We've got to just double check.
Right, okay.
What's from page 42?
Yeah, there was changes down here
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
There's some changes to our 42 and Appendix B.
Okay, but it was from another theme. I've got
I'm
it.
just guessing, but there might be. So we've dealt with
It's those
A,
ones there.
we've made those changes. We're going to B, which is on page 21 of our today's track version. And I'm happy with that change. Any other questions about that?
Yeah, that's the same wording.
Same wording?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're happy with that. Question 3, recommendation 3.
so this is there's a change made in 3 places. That's this one that I'm highlighting on the screen now. No, sorry, it's not. It's this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it page 30 on the original?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's also similar changes made on other pages, but it's the same change.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This is page 21 on our track version today.
Yeah.
So, Gail, are we comfortable with this?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're comfortable with that, but it appears in 3 different places.
Yep, so that'll be the same change. And then the 4th recommendation, so D in the officer's report, is to add another. Also, you can see that same change made there.
Okay, so this is change there. Yes.
And then it's adding.
Yeah.
It's an additional section. Yeah. Reaching that out here.
Yeah.
So page 44 of your appendix B.
Yep.
Planners in the room. Is that last sentence strictly correct? So intensification comes from both the enabling intensification part of the RMA and also from the MPSUD obligations.
Yeah.
This says that, however, historic heritage values are section 6 matter under part 2 in the RMA are given greater consideration.
You could probably just delete that last sentence because I think the points possibly already know.
Yeah.
The challenge is about balancing it.
Yeah.
And that balance is undertaken in subsequent processes.
Isn't the weighting on the protection and the balance is in favour of the heritage?
I think we could have lawyers at 10 paces arguing about this for days. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Balancing. So what the last sentence says is that as a matter of national importance in section 6 that deals with protecting historic heritage values, and it says explicitly these are given greater consideration over intensification.
It's a very bold statement.
And that might be right, but what do you think, Liz?
I think you could delete that last sentence and not lose the intent.
Yes.
Because what it's saying is that there is a need to recognise historic sites and keep them, which is consistent with the section 6.
Okay.
You can say that there's a challenge around balancing that with intensification, and I think probably stop there. Without the last sentence.
I'd be comfortable with that because that last sentence is giving some statutory interpretation, which, I'm not comfortable
With doing. I get that.
Yeah. So let's just delete that for now.
Is the inference though, by not having that in, that historic heritage is potentially under threat from intensification, and there's some balance? Well, what's, the importance is the recognition of historic heritage, whether that's cultural heritage or whatever, and that intensification is of lesser importance in those situations, is it not?
And that's where I agree with you. That the last sentence almost then adds that.
Yeah.
So if that last sentence is correct, then I think we need to keep it.
I would almost remove the sentence above and keep the one below.
Yeah. But this is where we,
because it says protect, recognise and restore heritage.
I totally agree with you.
Okay, let's undo it then. In our recommendation note, I think so are we going to go through A, B, C, D here or?
Yeah.
I think we have made some tweaks to, was it A? Get wording there. Subject to a minor wording change. A. With recommendation D, with respect to recommendation D, with respect to D, yeah. The panel notes this is a protection, recognition and restoration direction. This is in the directions, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a direction. Yeah.
And what we're really trying to say here is that historic heritage Historic heritage.
Is it recognising historic heritage direction and recognises historic heritage?
It's a planner on me. I want to go back and look at section 6 because it's talks about significance. So this is a very precise legal interpretation thing. And historic heritage is a matter of national importance. So just put it's just a direction. Well, it's protection of historic heritage from inappropriate subdivision, use, and development.
Yeah.
It's reflected in the fees.
Yes.
Yeah.
But where there's competing elements, we're not doing a balancing anymore in terms of RMA decision making. We're looking at dealing with no competing priorities, I suppose. So I've just had this various point in the hearing I had on Monday and Tuesday.
Can you pull back up the wording that we had?
This kind of function.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can we just, we probably need to stop after this. So just before we're getting up to, after the word heritage, if you just write in this is, yeah, so follow on from, don't full stop. So just after the word heritage, sorry, and historic heritage is a matter of national importance. Is a matter of national importance under section 6. So E, F, the RMA. Then just in brackets, square brackets, we should say Stephen and Liz to assess the wording in D in terms of its accuracy, under the RMA decision making case law or something like that, etc. Just put a note there. Right, I think we'll call a halt to the day because Kate and I need to get to the airport. But you'll see that there is quite a lot of discussion that will need to go on about these specific things. We need to own this document going forward. So we'll pick up bits and pieces like this, and we'll need to check on some things as we go. If Liz and I feel we need to we can't work it out that we're comfortable with, we'll ask for some advice on this one. All good? So if we could just finish for the day. We're adjourning the hearing until Monday the 20th. And we can close off with a karakia. Kia tau, te rangamarie, te rangi, te tu nei, o papatūnuku, e takatū nei, o te tau, e te nei, kia runga, kia tātou, tihei mauria. Thank you, everyone. It's been a big day again. So just close the recording, Kathy.